Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a new edition of Seasonal. My name is Anthony. You can call me Mr. Nitro if you so choose, and we're going to be talking about the format of this edition. Now, we have 24 teams joining us, and you've just seen the seeding for the tournament. We have two groups of teams, the first one being our top 8 teams, and the second one being the remaining 16 contenders, as we call them. Now, these teams will be fighting for 10 weeks for the title this time around, and the tournament's going to be broken up into 3 stages. First off, we're going to have the play-in stage, where the top 8 teams will be fighting for seeding into the next stage, while the remaining 16 contenders are fighting for survival. But we'll get into that in just a moment. The second stage of the tournament is the group stage, where the groups will be mixed together based on the seeding from the play-in stage. Now, all teams are facing elimination at this point, and this will be 4 weeks of games. At the end of those 4 weeks, the remaining 8 teams will be moving on to the playoffs, where it will be single elimination for 3 weeks to fight for the title. So let's talk about this first stage, the play-ins. What we're going to be doing is spinning the wheel to determine the week 1 matchups for this stage. For both the top 8 group and the contenders group, one team from Group A will be matched up with a random team from Group B. And yes, we will be using the wheel to determine these matchups. Now, we've created an example bracket here using a random wheel to determine the matchups, and this is what the wheel gave us. The top 8 will be playing in the upper bracket here, and here's what those matchups would look like. The format here is very simple. The winners will move on to week 2 to play each other, while the losers will drop down to the lower bracket to face off against the other teams who lost their first games. Now, the important thing to note about these top 8 teams is that none of these teams are facing elimination. These games are just for seeding purposes. That's one of the benefits of making it to the top 8. Now, the teams from this group who make it out of the play-in stage will end up taking that first seed in the next stage of the tournament. This will be a lot more clear when we take a look at the next stage of the tournament. But before we do that, let's talk about the lower bracket. The lower bracket is going to be a very similar concept to the previous one, where teams from Group A will be matched up with teams from Group B. The difference here is that all 16 of these teams are facing elimination in this stage of the tournament. This is a double elimination format for the 16 teams. So if you lose 2 games in this stage, you will be eliminated in the play-in stage of the tournament. Of course, the teams who win their matchups in week 1 in this bracket will move on to play each other during week 2, while the teams who lose will be playing an elimination game. You'll see here Ronin, Cerberus, LWJG, BA, ICF, CA, Circle, and Valkyria are all facing elimination games at this stage. As you can see, there will be a 3rd round of games for that elimination bracket to determine the final 4 teams that move on. In this case, you'll see that the winners of the upper bracket games playing on the weekend of October 22nd will move on to the group stage and take 3rd seed, while the winners of the elimination bracket playing on October 29th will move on to the group stage and take the 4th seed. Now, this means that out of the 16 teams playing in the play-in, 8 teams will be eliminated in this stage of the tournament. And those 3 weeks of games will take us to the group stage of the tournament, in which case the seeding from the play-ins are taken into consideration for the matchups. Teams will be randomly drawn into 2 groups, Group A and Group B. Now, for both groups, the seeding matchups are the same. First seed will take on 4th seed, while second seed will take on 3rd seed. And of course, the wheel will be determining these matchups. In our example bracket here, you can see what these matchups might look like for both Group A and also Group B. Now let's take a look back at Group A for a moment, because the format here is very similar to the play-in stage. Teams who win their matchups in week 1 will play each other in the following week, the weekend of November the 12th, while teams who lose their week 1 games will drop down into, you guessed it, an elimination bracket. So for both Group A and Group B, it is going to be a double elimination format. Now, teams in the upper bracket here who lose their matchups on the weekend of November the 12th will drop down to the elimination bracket the following week, the weekend of November 19th. And the bracket is fairly straightforward to anything you may have seen in a previous HLL tournament. Now, from each bracket, out of 8 teams that are put in there, only 3 of them are moving on to the playoffs. You'll see here that the winners of game A11 and B11 will move on to the playoffs and take the semifinal position. Now, the opponents they played in that matchup, in this case Infiltration and 82nd AD, still get to the playoffs, but they do have to play that first round on the weekend of December 3rd. Their opponents will be the teams who won their games in the elimination bracket of the group stage. In this case, that would be Fins Let Loose and The Line. And so now we have an idea of what the playoffs might look like. The format from there will be pretty straightforward, as the winners of the Week 1 playoff games will move on to the semifinals to play Syndicate and Phoenix, and the winners of the semis will face off in one grand final game. And that's about it. We have 24 teams playing 10 weeks of games over 3 stages of the tournament, all fighting for one spot. We're very excited for this edition of Seasonal. We're happy to have you join us, and we're looking forward to another great tournament. Thanks, everybody.
Hello and welcome to the Hell Let Loose Winter Seasonal 2023. Today we have Syndicate versus ICF. I'm Eats While Playing and I'm joined by Tim the Enchanter.
Hello.
And the French Fox.
Hiya.
Yeah, so today we are on Saint-Mer-Église. It's a first round match. The Syndicate are playing Axis and the ICF are playing the Allies. We just heard from Mr. Nitro this how the tournament works. So unfortunately I think the loser today will be eliminated. But the map we have here, Saint-Mer-Église, is a very urban map. It's one of the first towns to be liberated by the airborne on D-Day. What would you guys say about this map?
Oh, it's a holy place on a holy day. You know, it's quite a balanced map in terms of the point layout. I do personally feel like the Allies have a rougher time than the Germans, but both sides have got good advantages. So it's it's a good balanced map, especially for a strong fight.
Yeah, on point. Exactly that.
Yeah. It's very different points. Hospice in the north and Saint-Mer-Église in the centre are very urban-dominated. Checkpoint in the south has a bit of open ground. It's quite tank-dominated.
Yeah, I'd say tanks will matter in this. It's the initial medium fight it'll be very important for each team to establish just to be able to hold their positions once they take it, because the armour really is like you say, very important on these layouts.
Yeah. So what do we know about the teams? Syndicate, Tim?
American-born, I do believe. We played with them. He played with them a couple of times now. Always had a good time. Always had a very good standard of play. I know a lot of their team have good lineage, as in they played in previous seasonals under different banners under Goff. But a very very strong team in my opinion. It'll probably go quite far, I reckon.
And how about ICF French?
Well, ICF, we don't know them as KRT, but we're happy that they're here. They are a Chinese composed team. Their name is actually Internal Code Flags, which is a good name. They have a very nice Sword and Fame logo. They've actually been already seen in the Spring Seasonal 2023 as in the Alliance of CGN. They exist approximately since at least 3 years, and they have both the means to win and lose by their good overall results. They have won a victory against Valkyrie and Lost Legion, and they also had a loss against Kyber. And also, as last checked, there's also votes on the game, and SYN has 166 votes, and ICF has 14 votes. But it means nothing since the first game, which is Alpha against BA. BA won, they had 16 votes, and Alpha had 170 votes, so it means nothing. Everything can happen. I like those types of games.
We love an underdog.
That's how Let Loose Seasonal, though. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at the map in a bit more detail. So the midpoint, San Merigli, obviously the church is a great focal point. The town around it it's just no man's land.
It is true urban warfare. Two main streets that run down it. Committing any armor into that town is always a risk. It's always a gamble, but it is likely to pay off. With a tank in the hard cap, they can be quite hard to remove with a competent tank crew and a decent team covering them. But other than that, any tanks kind of overstepping their bounds probably will be punished by infantry.
Yeah.
So Warren, you've got a strong position in the church. You've got the roads to the north of the church, the little house compound that is still inside the hard cap, which is very useful. But other than that, it's a strong point. Good cover positions for both teams from both sides, from all sides really.
Yeah. Similar with Hospice, you've got the town to the south. You have the infamous pizza slice at the top of the map, where there's a small tuft of cover. Other than that, it's open fields on the east side and a wheat field on the west side. I know myself, I've spent many an hour dug in there.
Yeah, it's not nice. It's very easily controllable by an artillery piece, though. Is the pizza slice, and that's why on Hospice, I would put it towards the German favoured, because they do have the wheat. They do have a little bit more cover. They're in the urban a lot quicker than the Allies are. They have open fields and roads, and then town, whereas the Germans have a nice little spat of town in between, with some very strong roofs to control the south of the town as well at Hospice.
Yeah, they are asymmetric, but balanced points, if that's not a contradiction. Same with San Merigli, you've got the Germans have the houses to the west, the Allies have the church on their side. The one point I find as an artilleryman very interesting on this map is checkpoint, and I think it's the same for the tankers. It's a bit different, more open fields, so it's a very different style of game from the towns. So
that whole south area, those whole, the E&F 8 grids, they are tank, they are AT and a token force of infantry to try and hold that, because they're, like you said, there's so much open ground. It forces them into both teams into quite a narrow chokehold, when usually the north of the town comes into play. We're not very imaginative with nicknaming buildings, but there are several. There is especially one god building in E7. It's very strong for the Germans to have.
Yeah,
very strong indeed.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't be surprised if we see equal amounts truck weight there off the initial rollout. Both teams will put quite a lot of priority into the north and a skeleton crew in the south if it is checkpoint.
Yeah, it's not the best sort of map for truck sniping, though. There are multiple routes you can take with trucks to get places. So,
but people these days are very smart with it.
Yeah.
They find a way to lob rockets, and firing a rocket from a moving truck is no obstacle to some of these people.
Yeah, and also diagonal points. If for example, it's hostile to cemetery, for example, or the opposite, it becomes very difficult. You have to spread your whole front line across the middle of the town.
Yeah. Armour makes the difference once again in those drawn-out fights.
Well, we should be going live in about 5 minutes with the game. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. Any predictions, guys?
Ooh,
Dangerous territory there.
I think it'll be a straight line all the way across the top.
Yeah.
I think with a point layout, all the way across the top, I reckon.
That's the beauty of Hell Let Loose. You get a very different game depending on the point layouts.
Yeah, it's the point layout does very much depend, because if it like you've said, if it's hospice and cemetery, the town is vital, the church itself is vital, and with a lot of the maps in Hell Let Loose, the middle point is very important for map control to allow yourself a bit of a lever.
Always camped, yeah. I would see a bit of a bottom line on my side.
Oh,
Maybe,
you're going opposite, eh?
yeah. Maybe some tomfoolery with the cemetery still, because
I hate that place.
yeah, it smells. I didn't see it. I didn't see it that much in the last games I've played. So yeah, a bit of cemetery on the side.
It's
would
just a
something.
tricky point, cemetery, to hold. Like a vast majority of the points are difficult once once you pass the neutral point. But I personally find a lot of issue with cemetery. It's so open to artillery fire as well as rogue tank shells. Like, you have to hold the church to have any real, And depending on how the team plays, if they spread them wide, there could be major difficulties for whichever team's left defending it.
I have some exciting news. Both teams are now entering the server. Is my stream running okay for you guys?
Yeah, perfect.
Yep.
Cool. Well, you can see.
You see the no names
signing
rolling in.
Yeah.
Like I say, we have played with Syndicate quite a few times. They are regulars at squad line battle. Very strong tank crew, very strong all over.
Yeah, I know. I've spent many an insomniac hour on their server at nights.
Yeah,
Very high quality games.
I do believe they have. I believe it's American made, and quite a large majority of Americans, but I do believe they are expanding into a European theatre as well. So.
Yeah, I can see those, some of these connections are definitely not above 100 ping.
Yeah, so
Some of them are under.
today's game, I think it's being hosted from Finland as a neutral territory between.
That's fair.
Okay, well, I mean, both teams seem to be, struggling with the ping. We are seeing, we're seeing 200s and.
As long as it's an equal disadvantage, then it's fair, technically, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a point of contention for some time, hasn't it, when it comes to ping difference and, with the seasonal, playing at such a size, accommodating the world, it is very difficult to find a neutral ground to fight over, so.
Well, we are still
Looks good,
3.5
they're
minutes
filtering in,
away
aren't
from
they?
scheduled start, but yeah, we're up to 80 players in the server.
This is where the nerves kick in, or they stop. In some people's cases, they've done their work. It all comes down to how they play on the day. I'm sure both teams have done lots of prep, as befitting a seasonal game. So, I think there'll be a truck snipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit of luck. They can be cheeky and a bit of luck, and then boom, one truck is down and everything changes.
Yeah, and it takes one round.
Completely kick the legs out of a front push, especially for the initial cap, because as we've seen, the team that takes the third point is the team that wins 9 times out of 10. So.
Yeah, even a small squad truck, like just one squad that was specifically going at a specific position on the map, if it goes down, it's not. If there's no one there, so there's going to be totally flanked. So even just a very small truck can change everything.
It hurts, but we have seen teams in the past. I always think back to a DC game on Remagen where all their trucks were lost on the way down Remagen Hill, but they did manage to pull it back in the end. So special case with it being Remagen, but it does certainly slow a team down if they lose. If the North truck goes, there's very little North presence. There's no North presence. It'll be left in the hands of the tanks.
Right, guys, we can switch over to the game now. Just ignore the score at the top. It won't be accurate till the game goes, but we can have a little look at these points ourselves. So starting with Hospice. This is the pizza slice I was referring to. The wheat behind it.
Yeah, it can get rough there. That's where we'd expect to see the first medium fight, over by the wheat and the open fields over there. I know there is a couple of good kiting spots further down for the US side, a little further back. But it's a tricky fight.
Come down, just pure urban fighting right the way down that road.
Yeah, you've got the roads that
here.
Bisect it and control it. It's going to be key for both teams to control the south side of Hospice. Because it could be diagonal. Of course, it could go to Cemetery or the opposite.
All the way down here.
Oh, western approach, yeah.
And western approach all the way across here diagonal from
See,
Hospice.
look at the indifference though of Cemetery. If we can have just a quick fly over Cemetery, just as the point itself. I mean, look at it. It's a cemetery. There's nothing else. There's no houses. There's no cover. There's no nothing. If you look at the German alternative route, like they have a central beat, and it's further north into on the main road.
Mm.
Oh, we're talking about Hospice now. I thought we were still talking about the yeah.
No, not so much Hospice, more Route de Arras, the fourth point. Just as a comparison
Yeah.
between the Germans and the US. They do have nice positions to hold from.
Also, it's a straight line, so any MGs and half of the soldiers that are trying to come to you are just getting gunned down. So yeah,
Yeah, MG positions, especially at Hospice, like a lot of those buildings can be climbed. They can be on top of. A lot of the sheds in the front side can be, and they can be a defining factor in the fight. If you get a decent guy up on those buildings, they can put down a lot of pressure.
And it is
One side
one now, so hopefully any minute now. We'll just check the teams. We're at 47 and 48, just waiting for the last couple to enter. Yeah, you expecting North Points Tim, and you're expecting South Points French, so I'm going to go with maybe a midpoint and a diagonal.
A holy place on a holy day.
Mm.
even if back in of my very weird brain, I kind of want a very the pure diagonal triangle, which is La Prairie, Western Approach, Hospice, Cemetery, and Ruisseau de Ferme. That kind of disposition that is completely whack, horrible to play, but yeah, I'm still interested in it.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah, everything will be drawn out everywhere. The entirety of the map will have to be put together to form anything, either defense or either an attack. So yeah, that would be also interesting, but it's very unlikely. Very, very unlikely. But that would be fun.
I'll also mention at this point we are continuing from previous seasonal rules. There will be one artillery player on each team, and no Panthers are allowed, so each team only gets to one heavy tank, the Tiger and the 76. Generally, as an artilleryman, I'm very much in favour of this rule, but I understand I could be quite biased on it. It has caused contention, but I think on the whole it's very popular, and I think it's been good for the game personally. But
I think one thing it's shown is the sheer power of artillery. That one piece of artillery can get 200-300 kills in a drawn out fight. And I think it comes down to a lot of the time the amount of prep that was being done by teams in regards to defending their artillery. Artillery snipes. Rockets hitting the artillery guns and stuff like that. So I think it is a positive move for the comp scene. But artillery is just so strong.
yeah,
Area denial. Just completely squashing any trouble.
yeah, it is fun to play artillery, but it's not fun to not. To be on the receiving end. Yeah.
If you're being shelled, your friends aren't.
Yeah, with the one arty rule, you can shut down a lane with an artillery gun, but there's going to be, at least a lane or a two that they can get in that you're not shelling. So it forces teams to prioritise their defence on a single position. And sort of frees up the defenders, which allows more creative attacking play, what I suppose would be the argument for it.
2 more guys on the field.
Yeah, more men on the front.
It was more than 2 guys in some arty squads. You had to have a whole
whole 6
squad
men sometimes.
But yeah, for the defense, for building defenses and all of that. Yeah, that was wild times. Yeah.
You're talking a large chunk of the roster devoted to artillery shenanigans, which we're not here to do. Everyone wants to play the game for what it is. No one wants to be slinging rockets for an hour.
Well, we are a few minutes late, but I expect we should be starting any minute. Yeah, these things never necessarily go smoothly. This is my first stream, by the way, so apologies if that's the case for the stream. But I'm really looking forward to this game. Should be a good one.
It's definitely a good first game to be streaming.
Yeah.
Seasonal, no less.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just waiting. Yeah, they're just waiting for the very few still that are not inside of the server.
We're at
96. Yeah, just missing just a few people, 2 to 3 people, and the game will be off. And now it's the waiting game.
Yeah, they're feeling it too, you know.
Yeah.
It's...
A little bit nervous myself, but it's nothing compared to what the guys feel down there on the field. That
Yeah.
minutes of waiting, knowing the map's going to flip.
Yeah, and then they see what they're left with, you know, see what that point layout is initially. And see what kind of fight we get. I was wondering, as an artilleryman, would you aim for, like, for a hospice, for example, would you aim to hit one of the trucks coming in off the road, or would you close it in a little bit closer towards the hard cap?
On a ranging shot, maybe if they're sticking to the road, you can land one here, just about, I think, or at this little choke point here. Otherwise, it's so important to control this hard cap on hospice, to block off this buildings north and south. You'll get OPs, like, you have to kind of think, where are they going to lay their OPs? Here behind this building, so you'd shell that, and here behind this building, so you'd shell that.
Yeah, I know that will be a big target behind the manor.
And also,
because it is in the hard cap of the point as well, isn't it, for hospice behind
just
the manor?
about, yeah.
Yeah, the very edge of the outer side the outer wall of the manor is actually inside of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But if you go around the corner, you're not inside of it anymore. So it's
you can't be combat effective and in the hard cap at the same time, can you?
There's a spot just down here where you're technically in the hard cap, in that little bush there.
Yeah.
Secret one for you guys.
Yeah, there's some spots like that also in other points. But yeah, for hospice, it's the middle point. The full circle is not the advantage of the US whatsoever. But you can pull some stuff. Yeah.
They'll have to be quick, especially at hospice. The US Syndicate will. They'll have to. They will have to get in deep and get in quick. It's the only way they'll be able to push off. Because if not, you know, the other guys have got a lot of key positions up there. You've got another god house, which is, you know, the hard cap house. Couple of stories, decent views, decent line of sight. You know, and we may see some tanks going in through those bottom roads in the initial, but
yeah, you're limited on these roads you can get into, particularly around San Marigli. That's it's better for artillery. You know, you can just shell these entrances, particularly this area here where they have to place their OPs if you're playing as the Americans, or this area here and here would be the main focus spots for OPs. Yeah,
your classic garrison positions as well, depending on what layout they go with.
But yeah, on checkpoint, it's just the tanks. You know, where does that Tiger coming in on the right there spot the 76 on the left? And you know, I'm not a tanker.
Communication, you know, from my time, you know, doing a little bit of public game tanking, communication makes the difference. If one team knows more than the other team, you know, it's a lot easier for the armour. Especially, you know, I can vouch for at least one of the Syndicate tanks that they are very, very strong when it comes to working together as a team to get the job done. So
we are at 98 now. We're just waiting for those last couple to trickle in.
Yeah,
we'll see repair stations. We'll see anti-tank positions.
Which is gonna probably also confuse us, because every repair station actually makes a full explosion, like a tank would explode.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Positive. Oh, maybe there's a tank that exploded. No, just a repair station that got shelled by the artillery. So yeah, there's also gonna be some confusion also. But we're gonna do our best.
I'm looking forward to this.
Of course, with the new. Is it this seasonal? It's came in that the nodes are untouchable now.
Oh yes, I forgot about that change. Yes, also nodes are untouchable. That again changed the balance a bit, because I don't know. It's good to cripple your opponent economically. It stops the tanks.
It would, yeah. Previously, it would be a kind of, but with the way nodes are used these days, you know, it's
a formality that everybody has to go through, and you know, can you be bothered to lack any real to go and deal with
they lack any real gameplay, you know, other than the fact that, you know, they are a given now. You know, encourage is going to be able to be popped every 10 minutes.
Yeah,
you know, munitions especially, I believe munitions is the one it favors the most, because manpower is always dependent on how many men, how the fight is going. Reinforce, you know, airheads if they're used. Encourage, you know, is always like a baseline cost for your commander, 400 manpower every 10 minutes to double it. But munitions, I felt in the previous game where I'd commanded that munitions was the heavy side. With one artillery gun firing full tilt, it doesn't touch it. You know, you still have adequate to throw bombing runs the occasional strafe to defend a garrison, or just when you can't help yourself.
Precision strikes as well are a thing now. I know.
Oh,
I'm not a big believer in them. I've seen them fail too many times, but they do work.
Oh,
sometimes.
they can fail. And it's definitely even with the right marker at the right time, they can certainly fail. So
the bombs land in a different place depending on which faction you are. And
I do believe there's a little bit of sway with the Germans have one singular bomb, as well as the horn, which I believe in a tank, if you hear the horn, you're already dead though. So.
Yeah, you're dead. It's too late. You can't move.
But the Americans get 2 bombs, and I believe the Russians get 3 rockets.
Yes.
By Jove.
They do. But, as every seasonal proves it, or sometimes there's exceptions, no one is choosing Soviet and British maps.
Oh, yes.
Well, it's the British are in a bit of a state at the moment. I think we can all speak of that. Like El Alamein itself is,
that is
a viciously unbalanced map.
The dev's main priority at the moment is fixing the British to make it fun.
Give the Bren a bipod. Every one of them.
That old hashtag, bipod the Bren.
No MG42s, but 4 Brens to a squad.
And they have spoken about that, about sort of time-realistic weaponry. So no MG42s before. They weren't really common until later in the war, and Panther obviously 43. It came out. They didn't have Panthers at the Battle of Stalingrad, for example.
It'll be interesting to see how they institute that. Will they go back to older maps and kind of like retcon the equipment available?
I at least inferred that from what the devs have said. Whether or not they actually will, I don't know. But and then the IS, it's a balancing factor. I don't think the IS came out until later in the war. The Firefly certainly wasn't around at El Alamein. There's lots of problems with the kind of balancing of armour symmetrically.
Yeah, it's the British armour as well is just it's very lackluster. But they are in a difficult position when it comes to actually putting armour in. They have to try and go time sensitive for what the British had, and the sad reality is we didn't have many tanks that were capable of tangling with.
Bum rushing came from the phrase when in 42 they had no choice but to just charge and try and get behind the German tanks before they were all dead.
Bring up the Piat, which in Hell Let Loose, remarkably effective.
Yeah.
In real life, not so much.
Especially in Hell Let Loose, because the real time is very
quick, isn't it? Very quick, and there's very little drop off to it as well. Feels like a grenade launcher.
Yeah. Your own little mortar that kills tanks. Yay!
And for the Russians, like the Russian map, the Russians really lack the standard weapons that the US and the Germans do, like the Grand and the Gewehr, or the God guns of each team. It's the Grand being the best. The SVT they do have, but they don't have many.
Yeah. Only they're restricted squad leader, I think,
to bolt actions and PPSHs with varying mag sizes, which have a quality of their own. But in long, in a map like Stalingrad, over a train station, you're going to want a Gewehr.
Yeah, it's a different composition. Sometimes the PPSH actually makes more of a machine gun than actually the DP-27, which is the pizza weapon.
Slow rate of fire. Yeah, it really hurts it.
And an STG can kind of be used as a machine gun to just deny area sometimes.
Oh, the STG. The Germans have the power weapons when it comes to that matchup for sure. But squad of PPSHs can get things done, but only in the right environment.
It's 30 bullets a mag, and 30 bullets a mag times 6. That begins to be something.
You get 60s, don't you? Yeah. You can get 60 rounders as well with the PPSH.
Yeah.
A couple of the classes get them.
I believe
71.
The Tommy gun drum is coming for the British, though. The Mafia gun.
Very nice.
Well, we already had the not the weird weapon, but the of course weapon on the US side, which is the shotgun, which is the trench shotgun.
Bit of a gimme, isn't it?
MT-97.
I find it quite effective.
But very effective in defense.
It's very good at making jam.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. If you if you watch at videos of people that are actually using shotguns at close quarters or even at long distance, a single headshot or just body shots, and half of the time it would just create mash.
It suffers with the same thing the Kar 98 does, though. You know, it's like a Grand can do what a shotgun can do in close quarters. You know, you've got 8 rounds, semi or 8 rounds without stopping, no bolt action, no, you know, you don't have to rechamber a round or anything, which can let you down with the Kar 98 and the shotgun.
We are at 100 players now, so I expect any minute we'll get the 60-second flip.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
And we will learn which point it will be.
Be interesting to see if we see any airheads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know, if we do see any airheads, whether or not one team is gonna butcher them on the spawn.
The
I would
bombed
assume
airhead. That seems to be the fashion right now.
Yeah, you lay a bomb and run over it, but the trouble is, even with that, you know, an offhand grenade or an MG set up from a while away, you know, you don't have to destroy the airhead to deny its use, you know. But teams that are fighting at this level, at a seasonal level, will, you know, they'll be very versed in knowing when an airhead's coming.
Yeah.
Being able to pick that plane sound, if there is a plane sound, because there are, you know, quite a lot of silent airheads these days.
Yes.
The bombardment on the airhead, if it's too early, you're giving the information to the enemy team that you've put an airhead in that place, in that spot, if it wasn't already spotted. And if it's too late, you're gonna bomb the people that are gonna spawn on the airhead and make a lot of team kills. And
As long as the squad lead gets in, you're alright.
And it hurts.
Drop back to 99 players, but we're only 15 minutes late. Half of the course. There we go.
Yeah.
60 seconds.
Oh, there we go.
It's going to be interesting to see the tank fight.
Okay.
I think it is going to make a big difference. But the initial trucks are going to be very interesting.
You have 45 seconds to grab.
There we go. Little from Super Stuper there on the stream. Just a little rocket thrown off into nowhere. Probably going for Steve. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bit short.
It's more of a jest, I think.
Oh, the excitement.
Not true shots.
I don't think that truck's going to see it that way. Flares as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flare.
See how the team uses the recon.
Very useful, the flare. Especially for the artillery. As soon as you know there's like multiple points at a single point, there's a single spot, you know there's an OP, you know there's a guy. It's devilish.
Here we go. I am a bit of a slow loader, but we shall see the points in a second.
We don't judge.
Yeah, the hamster's whirling away in its wheel.
SSD, my friend. The anxiety of loading into a comp game blast.
Queen Squad eye armor.
Oh,
there he goes. Heir apparent on artillery. Join him.
I'm completely wrong.
Oh, yes.
No northern points at all.
Oh, Volaville, Western Approach, Sainte-Mère-Église. It's cemetery, right? Or I'm wrong.
Maison du
No,
Cric.
it's not cemetery. It's Maison du Cric and Ruisseau de Ferme.
So,
Ruisseau de Ferme.
I'd say
Front
this.
line for the Germans.
Yeah, this favours the Syndicate having a nice defensive point behind Saint-Mère. And then the defence of ICF will have to stretch across this line in the south.
Yeah, it'll be difficult for them to maintain a front line.
So we have the two roads here coming into Saint-Mère Square. The Allies get this road here. Allies will reach the hard cap first, just about, but the Germans have all this strength down here. On the right, we've got these houses in the German favour. Well, 90 seconds to go.
Yeah, the Germans will have a town. The US will have a church. The back walls of a church. So it's all gonna play into how much US guys can fit inside of a church without being satchelled.
Pray to Jove.
Yeah. By Joe.
The trucks are up on
Looks
the
like,
border.
yeah, looks like they're all there. They're all ready.
Let's come across and see if we can see any Allied trucks. There's one down there, I see.
Yeah, there they
Guys
are.
there, loading in. Oh, I love this. The last minute when you're sat in the truck, just, waiting for that wall to come down.
Job's done.
Doesn't do anything good for the nerves, so.
Job's done at that point. All you can do is hope you'll do your best for your team and all that.
Yeah.
Will you just pull up the map again for me? Where's the medium tank? It's down in the bottom.
Mid.
Oh no, mid.
No, mid, yeah.
Mid. Maybe going to
Recon.
contest that road.
Yeah, wonder what the Allies have got coming. Let's see, trucks. That's a Stuart. Not sure where the 75
That's
is.
it. First supply drop there from
Oh
the US.
First US.
that's a US supply drop, and 3 seconds. We are off in the 23 seasonal, winter seasonal. The truck's coming. See the American trucks working, German trucks working their way onto the screen there. American trucks rolling down the road.
The silence before the storm.
Yes, we are in the artillery squad, so any pings and markers will be the artillery.
No, you see those pings? You see
Yeah, I
that
see
truck
them.
heading down the road?
That'll be the first moment. Stuart's
Those
coming
pings.
in.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
rocket.
Stewie.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh!
Good early unloads there. Safety.
Yeah, fearing for their lives.
Oh, look at those rockets, man.
Yeah,
their
almost
tanks
on
coming. I think. Let's have a look and see where the axis there. Trucks coming in there below the town and above.
Looks like a recon team jumping out from Syndicate. The rest of the lads jumping out there.
And here come the deployments.
Yeah.
Get a bit closer.
Yeah, let's have a little look out. Yeah, let's get that south part in. Okay, we've got an initial fight there.
Looks
Something's
like
dead.
I think that's the truck
That's a
gone.
truck, yeah.
Yeah, that's ICF truck gone.
Allied artillery landing down the road. Very good fight going over the south and the north. Pretty even right now.
Yeah, but SYN is going forward, and there's actually no one in the church right now for the
No,
US
The
side.
church does look very quiet.
It's
Yeah.
double bluffed, yeah, the church.
Though it's currently being controlled technically by a tank on the side. So that SYN guy that was trying to run in, yeah, got blasted.
You see the Lux doing the damage there in the mid.
Yeah, making some noise.
Yeah, this
Okay, so it is flipping over into
Yeah.
US side.
ICF here pushing forward in the mid. The Lux
Can
has
we,
curtailed them.
Can we have a closer look at that armour? The
Yeah,
Allied armour in the point, yeah. What have they actually got inside the point?
Ooh, that's
Stewie.
nice. Stuart there.
A little
Using the
two-man.
tank, using the cover of the church.
I imagine the Sherman's kiting on the road below it, towards the right of it.
I have got highlights on, but I'm terrible at spotting.
There she is,
Yeah.
on the road just north of the church.
Oh yeah, there she is behind the tree. So this armour helped ICF here on the hard cap.
Oh,
Infantry.
look, that rocket killing the
Yeah.
Stuart, knocking two men off.
Those
Looks like the
commentators
Lukes is in the
first.
south, is having a bit of trouble as well.
Yeah, Luke's just took a.
Oh, there he goes.
We won it.
Though he did took a bazooka up the ass. So hard to fix,
Got a Luke's pushing the church proper.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, on the front doors, I believe.
Point is ticking back towards the axis, towards Syndicate.
Because they are putting a lot of people try to fight to the north.
Medium
The
is
south is a
moving
bit
south there.
weak. Yeah, the south is a bit weak. SYN is progressing through the south, though ICF is holding tight on the north.
And they are flipping it back. Where's the Syndicate tank at? The medium.
Here. In the alleyway.
making a way through the
Yeah,
alley.
Yeah.
It's got to try and contest that medium behind the church.
Mm-hmm.
But they're in a strong position to just kite them.
seems that Syndicate Baker Squad is trying to push inside of St. Mary's.
Yeah, they're the frontline squad.
Yeah, looks like the
There's
South's
a
been hooked.
Beautiful front line there from Syndicate right the way across the map.
Yeah.
Both these teams doing very well here.
ICF is weakening onto the start side. They still have an OP, but yeah, they're being played by Syndicate.
Looks like Syndicate are taking the church as well.
Baker is putting a strong suit inside of that.
Can we get a little bit closer to that holding place?
Certainly in the north, ICF are making a bit of flanking efforts.
One guy inside of the church.
I'm very sorry, I forgot to turn something.
Yeah, the occlusion thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
big
fine.
mistake, sorry. We can see inside the church now. We have a contest going on.
A little scrap where a shotgun could be very handy.
Yeah.
Hear that?
Maybe you got the satchel, but they are breaking through.
Yeah, that centre pocket.
But again, you know, like French said, it does look like ICF has pushed over the northern side.
Yeah.
ICF controls the main crossroads, but Syndicate controls the south.
Yeah, yes, you can see this asymmetric front line now formed.
So technically, they control both of the separate zones that are inside of St. Mary's.
Luke's is hitting the medium. The medium is pushing forwards from the ICF guys.
Just left of the
Towards
church
the
now.
church. Oh, we still have both mediums in play. There's the
There's the P4 coming in, yeah.
Oh, ICF just for a second clinching it back in Catway
yeah.
there though. It is back in Syndicate hands.
Yeah, we could see the first point switch here.
After 9 minutes of fight.
Yeah. Good centre point fight there. ICF have a foothold in the north. Squad leaders will be waiting to reset now.
Let's
And
take
there
a
we
look.
go.
Yeah.
Syndicate taking the point.
Oh, and they've got
After
someone
the-
down at
yeah.
Mason as well.
There we go, Dog Squad here, Nagat Squad there. Can now start building garrisons in the south.
They'll be moving weight really quickly onto that and try and press their
Yeah.
advantage.
Though that OP was already flagged at spawn, so it might not fare well.
Well, they're obviously, ICF are
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have got some of their defensive boys on the way back.
Tango will be joined soon.
Got Logical there as well, with another OP available.
Yeah, I expect he's going to be building a garrison to fall back on there. So, now the fight will progress. The diagonal points will make it difficult there for Syndicate to push that point directly. They're going to have to hold weight in this town. Still not gotten the pressure
Especially
on the
with
north.
such a presence from the northern side. But the south side is under control from them.
Yeah. And then it's... when can those guys start levering themselves towards Maison?
That was an explosion somewhere.
Yeah, probably a recon.
Okay, what's that on the road there? Is that the 76?
Oh, I think this is it?
I think that's still the initial Sherman.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yes.
And then on the right hand side
That's
towards the
Stuart.
north,
There.
Stuart. We should be seeing their armour rolling up soon.
And finally, ICF doesn't control the checkpoint anymore.
P4 is
Finally
pushing
being
here.
pierced. Taking a hold.
Yeah, ICF pushing checkpoint now.
Yeah, they've got to control that front line. A little bit of armour coming to reinforce as well. Little Luke's.
Luke's there. Is that the starting look still?
One of them.
Yes,
I think
yes,
there was
it
a
is.
couple.
There's a couple, but since the last time that we saw a Lux in that direction, I'm pretty sure that's still the same look. Yeah.
The P4 here is pushing. Medium coming out.
No, that's their 76, I think.
Yeah, that's
By
a symmetric
Jove,
station.
you're correct, yeah.
Yeah, that medium's a husk. Something killed it on the road.
That's probably a repair station that just got killed.
76 won't be too adventurous at this point. And front line's starting to form in the south now. Syndicate being pushed back into the town.
Yeah, ICF have done
Good job there.
well to make sure they've got people back in time. Something went boom again. And 76 coming to end the Panzer IV. There we go. And where's the Syndicate heavy? Is she in yet?
that would be exactly the perfect time to put...
Just being spawned now by the looks. Yeah.
Yeah, would be the perfect time to put that 76 with a 3-man crew right next to the church.
Yeah, you think push now for
Yeah.
ICF?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They at the moment they've got the armor, haven't they?
and we can see it.
Yeah, they are getting some pressure on.
Yeah, cap is flipping. 90 seconds until ICF have the north still, but Syndicate are re-pushing it. Syndicate
Yeah, they are trying to get them out.
A dangerous
They-
ICF squad leader there behind.
Yeah. What's that plane? That's some supplies coming in.
There's an ammo drop also in the south there from Syndicate.
Okay.
Probably from some flares.
Yeah, for sure.
Or also potentially some mines or rockets.
All very useful.
Okay, so they have retaken the church, and you see the building where their recon team is from ICF.
Yeah, these
they are
buildings,
in the hard cap in there.
Mhm.
So they are putting more pressure on.
The Saint-Mère-Église checkpoint. Multiple T-junction.
It does look like that squad leader did get something in enough to get an AT in.
This could flip in.
We could see a recap. Yeah.
That's just supplies coming down from. No, that's
Still
Seaonal,
good control in the south though from Syndicate. But
Yeah, they don't need to panic yet. They've still got a good presence in the town. ICF have just pushed that front line forward in the north and taken the hub.
yeah.
Well,
Recap
Yeah.
straight away.
Yeah, immediately.
it
Flagging
does
back.
truly mean that votes doesn't mean anything.
Well, yes, it's been a pretty even fight so far.
Yeah. It's been 15 minutes, and I feel like it's been at least 25.
2 caps.
Mhm. Church still somewhat contested.
Both teams have got good footholds in. It's why the town is very dangerous for the armor, but it is very key.
Yeah.
Once that armor's in there, it's very difficult to get out of it.
We can also see Syndicate trying to advance to the south, but they are afraid of that little squad that is on what I call the islands in the middle of that field. By
There, in
Ostimer.
front of the cemetery there, yeah.
Yeah, they are
They're
afraid
keeping
of
it
that.
busy. They're keeping it busy, it's. But
Trying to
it
cross
is
back to
very
those.
controllable. But I do believe ICF have had an OP out in the open.
Perhaps one
Somewhere down in that
there
south for a
could,
little bit.
Control that. And here is a push from ICF in the south.
When Syndicate controls the town.
What's our status on that armor?
On its way. That's the 76 there still. Just peeking
Yeah,
forward.
very important. That's protected. Let the infantry do the heavy lifting, and then roll the armor in when it's needed.
Which way is the Syndicate armor coming? There's an AT guy there, dangerously. Just
Yeah, that's that earlier squad lead that we mentioned. He made that opportunity, and I think his sole goal is to disrupt their armor at this point. Probably the best move for him.
playing it
Thank you,
safe, coming
Tiger.
in the south. 76 is still on that junction, north and east of the church.
Every sector is getting a good scrap. Everyone is confused but trying to push trying to
Yeah,
push
that
in a
north.
different way.
Look over in that north with Mick. He's fighting off their OP there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting dangerously close. Oh, I think he's got an OP down there. And he's wiped them out as well.
Yeah.
That's a big hole.
Mm-hmm.
Though immediate reaction from another
Yeah,
front that is
people
currently
coming to
pushing
respond.
directly. Yeah. Coming directly to put some pressure on that
We
lost
got-
sector.
We got a couple of ICF boys there. Where is the Tiger?
That's the OP there. Tiger was over here somewhere.
The Tiger
on the road,
probably
yeah.
didn't stop.
Yeah, I'm watching that AT fella.
Which we would like to tell his name, but that's going to be difficult.
It's the building on Western.
Family-friendly rocket. Just like
Very long range as well. Look at that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just making sure no one's using those buildings, but
Friendly
Lord,
reminder that they're not safe.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a bit of a breakthrough in the south now from ICF, and getting that way in the north. These guys, of course, pushing on to Western, the next point for Syndicate.
Running interference, aren't they, on that front line? The guys at the
Yeah,
front have to
this
worry
is-
about a couple of guys at the back. They have to pull people back for, for armour. There's the Tiger still. South side. Church is looking set up though for ICF. They control the north and the south now.
Yeah, Syndicate's still in the south there. Having to increase the number on defence here. This is now just no man's land, it's urban combat.
It's just a scrap.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, scrap.
just a scrap, it's both teams trying to get a wedge through. What's this little bit of armour moving through there? A little Stewie.
Still Stuart. Firing up the road.
Interesting, there's another Stewie out. Maybe it's a survivor. Got a Luke's running up to the north. Just took a rocket in the back.
Getting
Yeah.
rocketed.
Stuck in an alley.
Oh.
Ooh. His boys are coming to help him though.
Oh,
But he's done it.
He's done it.
Job's done.
He's gonna die.
Oh no, let's watch the. Oh no, he's gone. Fair
Yes,
enough.
But he got the tank. That's the most.
Look at that
that's the most
wedge.
important part.
ICF consolidating, controlling the
Got
south.
kill switch down there, milling about with it, wiping a few of them out. Robert putting MG fire out from that front building, but they're gonna get a nasty surprise.
ICF putting the maybe voluntarily or involuntarily trying to clean the front buildings that have been to Syndicate since the beginning of the game.
Yeah. It's all thanks to that one squad lead who managed to get round.
Yep, it's not
Tall
been
cat.
dealt with yet, that OP.
It's what makes fighting in this town such a nightmare.
Yeah.
How's he looking on fuel and munitions count?
Got the manpower, so
Should be seeing another heavy coming up soon then.
as far as
Where
Syndicate
is-
can see, they've got a front line here, but it's just
Yeah,
there's
it's-
pockets you can't tell on the map.
We got an armour build up on the main road coming out of route as well.
Yeah, oh, I see, yeah.
From the Germans. Yeah.
2 Tigers is that? That is 2 Tigers.
2 Tigers. So you can assume that the enemy team has 2 76s somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they look to be consolidating armour to try and make for a push.
Yeah.
It's good. Nice and early, you've got time for these, Especially with the town fight as it is, the armour is just kind of a holding piece and
Yeah, it's got to go with the infantry.
Yeah, it's, It's very difficult for either side to really commit to getting that armor in. Doesn't like the arty has got markers on that OP there though. It looks like they are shutting it down.
Yeah, that garrison that has been marked.
Grim moving in to deal with it.
Yeah.
It is a garrison, yeah.
He's playing. Oh,
that's unfortunate.
I don't know. It was probably friendly.
Yeah, it's nature of the beast.
Yeah, I think there was a syndicate shell trying to shell that garrison marker, but shell one of the friendlies.
Yeah, but Syndicate have the advantage. Volume just needs to drop an OP near, and then they can push it.
Yeah, it's right on it.
Yeah, they keep it held. A good grenade. It may be a garrison at this point, but
I think I see.
Well, they were still They were still spawning, and they were closer. They were
It's an allied Gary, yeah.
Now let's have a look at this. There's going to be a spawn wave coming off of that soon. Bombing run, first bombs.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, first bombs.
Which team is it?
Is Syndicate.
Yeah. Okay, they're
is
using
dealing with that
bombing
bomb.
runs to play it up,
Yeah, cleaning it up.
No jam though.
That's certainly dealt with. Unless there's been a lot of iron.
Oh,
It missed it. It's not just precision strikes. Bombing runs can fail you too. Depends where they land.
Oh, that could
That
be
was a nice rocket.
He will know though. He'll know from the no notification.
Yeah, it will be called. Yeah.
Oh, another rocket. One more.
What is that? Is that on the Stewie?
I believe
No,
that was the
that's,
Stewie, but no, it is this.
No. It's
They
Stewie.
killed someone in front.
Yeah.
So they've got a 76 behind the church, ICF.
Yep, he's still there on the road just behind the
Can
church.
we find their second one?
Where would you be?
Maybe along that top road there somewhere. No, it'll be in play by now if Syndicate have got two heavies in play. Is it coming over the open near the island?
See
Is that
nothing
something?
there.
No?
No, that was a flare.
Okay, it's a mystery.
A possible thing and possible explanation.
Bombs?
What there's no two
Yeah,
tanks.
this
against
is going to be
bombs.
ICF bombs. We see it going across the houses.
And-
Razor survives.
Yeah,
Who
it's safe
survives?
bombs.
The curse of bombing runs, gentlemen.
That is only one kill, and that probably didn't destroy any garrison. Maybe one, but yeah, the squads are still alive. So if they want, there's a new garrison in less than 20 seconds.
Syndicate do have the numbers now. They do have the tigers there.
Well, they like a bit the infantry.
It's an infantry fight, the Tigers are there to, they've got to deal with the 76 and then they can really show their worth. But it looks like the 76 does have eyes on that alley,
Yeah, it does.
keeping one of the Tigers pinned. Did they lose a Tiger?
I don't think so.
No, they've got one up the north.
Yeah, there's one on each road, yeah.
Though the 76 is making the mistake of being on the side, so way more vulnerable to shots.
Yeah, but they can get out of dodge a little quicker, can't they? It's the price they're paying. But yeah, rockets would sting. Have we got any repair stations around that tank?
There was a repair station earlier, yes, but it got destroyed.
Yeah,
See
that's the
any?
corpse of it.
Yeah, right at the bottom.
Oh yeah, the corpse I see.
Yeah,
but,
this one.
Mm,
There was one repair station and it got destroyed by our team.
Oh,
the Stuart.
I
What's
won't
that?
boom there, Stewie.
Yeah, sure, I think.
Yeah.
So long.
That
That might
tiger's,
embolden the Tigers a little to make a bit of a move, but
so that one's heading north and not towards the square.
Ooh, that satchel.
Oh yeah, in the south there.
Yeah, the satchel just killed 4 people in the left gold building of St. Mary's. The OP is still alive behind it, but that's 4 people that just went down.
I have to say the front line has re-established itself a little.
yeah, they're fighting over the positions that are important.
Yeah.
Let's have a little look at that map for me, if you would, brother. Yeah, like you say,
Yeah, it's a
they're fighting all across the line. We've got a recon coming up as well, just so we can not showing too much there.
Yeah, straight line. Everyone trying to pierce each other. Having some people in the back still searching for people that will try to engage a bit too far into their lines. But yeah, overall it's just lines against lines, bolts against bolts, clips after clips. And sometimes shovels and knives.
There's a 76 on the northern road from ICF next to Senpu, and they've still got the one hiding, peeking at the church, or is she dead?
No, she's there still.
Okay.
Did she get the tiger?
Let's have a look.
Does appear so. No, she's backed up there.
And they are split up now. It looks like there's a tiger heading in the north that's getting kind of swamped by infantry a little bit.
Yeah. It's been a linchpin there in the cabbage patch, but it's getting smoked.
And they've got an engineer, an assault nearby. That keep on this. That engineer, he's going to do wonderful things.
It's still a very dangerous situation. That could be a satchel.
That is indeed a satchel.
They know they're reacting. Is that a satchel placed? Can we find it?
Yeah. It's
No, I
fizzing
don't
away.
think so.
It's fizzing away. I see it.
Oh,
And Poop Naked is dead. This is
oh
Yeah.
no.
That's a tiger gone. And people are coming back to it.
It's too late.
Oh,
It's
no.
too late. Oh dear.
Oh,
Oh no.
by Jove.
By Jove, indeed.
Oh, did
Oh,
they get
Mick.
it?
Run.
He
Mick.
got it. Just in the nick of
Oh,
time.
nice.
Just in the nick
Well
of time there. But
Quick hands.
ICF starting to make a play in the south as well.
There's some
very
smoke
bad.
being lobbed.
A very bad situation, because if that went out, the squad of ICF that is currently trying to push to the north would have just taken the occasion and just pushed straight to the next point. That would have been very, very bad. The loss of a squad and the loss of the momentum that a tank can provide.
Looks like ICF have forced another wedge in the south.
Yeah, it's very back and forth. But ICF managing to hold it.
Syndicate back on the front of the church, but ICF this time has at least like 3 different squads covering the church, the checkpoint, and the left side that is currently being attacked. So
Yeah.
Where are our 76s?
probably still on the back of the road.
Oh, there's one
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, left.
And there's one north as well, trying to drive through.
Yeah, they're pushing.
ICF, they have secured a nice little corridor for the armour to move up for now,
Yeah.
which could trap that tiger in the northern half of the map. Yeah, you can see it just behind the building off far.
And we have already reached an half an hour of nightmarish tactic of
grind.
tactic nightmare.
I see an artillery get designated on that little south outcrop.
Yeah. Still fluid in the north and the south.
Yeah. Some supplies somewhere. Tiger making a push.
Oh yeah.
Alright, he's trying to take a little bit of ground. Something's been engaged far off though by the 76 down the road. We've got a tank duel.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, is that an AT gun? That's the 76 gone. Or is it a fresh tiger coming up?
Fresh tiger, I think. Yeah, I can see a
Yeah,
I can
you see
a
there on
tank
the
going
road.
up.
Is that 3 tigers in play then?
Tigers.
They gotta move soon with that armour.
Yeah. And
176 there though.
they're destroying the carcass of that 76 already, so they don't take cover behind it.
Oh yeah, Syndicate building.
What is
They
it?
know there's
Is it, Joe?
176, but if they work together and commit fully,
Yeah, he is running. Probably clever, he knows his
he knows he's outgunned. Yeah. We are seeing some pressure though back on the church, fleeting though it was. There's some pressure at route of Ras.
Oh yeah, there's a small test going on back here from...
Because no one is inside.
Yeah,
of it.
let's see that hard cap.
Yeah, no one in there.
Anything in there? Armour?
No, it's because there's no one defending it. Also,
Where are the? It must be an active
Where's the
vehicle. Or
pressure?
is it this?
One guy.
It could be that chap down there, but
But it's still being capped.
It's still been
Where they
capped with
come from?
option in. Yeah.
Where are they? I guess it's
It's
just
a vehicle somewhere. Maybe.
no, because there's two tigers guarding the road. It
Yeah.
is another mystery. Maybe just soft cap pressure. It must be.
Yeah, it's flipping back now.
But looking at the Syndicate map, you know, they do look fairly secure still on the
Yeah.
point. You know, they have OPs on there. They have garrisons surrounding it.
One here as well, back in the B line. Yeah, no,
Maybe
they're
the pressure
pretty good.
down isn't down south, but they're using the opportunity.
And it smells for ICF because the fight for the south, which was already being retaken by ICF, was relost again. And by putting too much people to the south, the north has now fallen into the hands of the Syndicate. So now it's a fight on the church,
Yeah, those tigers have committed.
Yeah.
and now it's scary.
And we've got two tigers on the road, and is that one committed to the far side?
He's going north.
Where is
yeah.
it?
The
Where is
northern-
our scared 76?
No, that's what I was looking for here. He's not got back
Head
to the
76
church.
is currently
Yeah, he
on
is.
the
Back
attack
to the
mark.
church, yeah.
And another
That's another.
on the
That's
road.
another there. Yeah, we missed that.
Okay, that,
Here we go. The big tank duel coming up. Oh, 80 on the Tiger. That wasn't the Tiger blowing up.
No, that's a repair station.
yeah.
Very high likelihood of a repair station.
So this
Seen some
point,
more bombs.
ICF command chat will be.
No,
are there
precision.
two? Are there three?
Precision?
They know that one's there, and the precision gets him.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The second, yeah. The first one hits before,
Yeah, the first one was wild off, but
but the second hits right in the nail.
Oh,
Senpu surviving. A direct hit that killed the tank.
yeah. Physics.
Okay, that does kick a little steam out of it, but they are still holding on to the southern pocket.
Senpu could use that weird little momentum of him.
Yes, the
And
German.
counter. Yeah.
Oh, gets.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so a trade. Both teams have hit one with precision strikes.
Two Tigers. One in the north there by Prank, and one in the south there by Blums.
That tank by Blums, yeah. But it's pinned by that 76, but it is being shelled.
I can see a headline going for that tank.
Yeah. Line there.
Yeah.
Waiting for it,
Of
but
course,
Could be a rocket now.
its
it's gonna be
engineer
difficult
needs to scout.
progress. Yeah, difficult to progress because there's probably the
Another
sniper.
tank down in the south. What was that?
A Puma.
Pressure both ways.
Yeah.
Trying to pull some weight. Trying to pull some splash damage, but yeah, it's a Puma. It's a recon tank. One rocket and it's gone. That's the whole deal of it.
More pressure en route. Just contesting.
ICF retaking
boy in the hard
north.
cap.
Well, in the hard cap
Yeah.
on Western.
Oh, that
He's
could be.
in the buildings. Just.
A single rifleman.
But he counts
That's,
as more than
As
one.
free man. Yeah. It counts as free man and also it controls the main building. So
Mm-hmm. Could be a
it's
dangerous
different.
little,
and it seems to be definitely there to create a panic and pull some people away from the
Tyler's here.
from the offense. He hears him. Both I would like to tell his name, but it's a bit difficult. I don't know.
That's it. Let's see this.
Yeah, the
Looking
American's
clear
top.
No, is he below what?
Yeah,
he's-
it comes up. Yeah, he gets him. Craven's
We got
coming
someone
in.
else coming.
Yeah,
We got the
Craven
boss
The
coming.
commander.
with reinforcements knows where he is.
There we go.
Though that single rifleman did his objective
Yep.
and pull back an entire squad.
Including the commander, who always has things to be doing.
Indeed.
Are we looking for a garrison network from Syndicate?
Satchel
Very
developing
good.
towards the
Nice,
south.
very nice.
Yeah. It's been maintained throughout, I think.
So, OPs are still alive, but yeah, it's less Syndicate people on the back.
Water down there. Oh. Headline. Birdman. We have one of those.
The bird.
Still just a scrap over the same ground.
Yeah. But it's these fights that can go either way. It's who controls the point in 52 minutes time.
Still got a tiger. Wait.
Yeah.
Wild rockets being fired through the houses.
There's 2 tigers there on the road in the north and the south. Still a 76 behind the church. A stalemate. Yeah.
Really getting their value, those fellows.
Definitely a situation where everyone is trying to gather information of the other ones, but everything is calm, and at the same time, everyone is getting a scrap.
Yeah, I don't feel like ICF feel like they're in control with the with the amount of blue that is about.
Yeah.
Just in between, they're just kind of everywhere.
Yeah,
It's an urban fight, and that's how close it is. You see, Blums has managed to make it into the hard cap, and he's putting a bit of pressure on.
Knocking at the door of the church.
We got an MG there. Is he laying and watching that main road?
That's
Tigers.
six pulling up.
Yeah. Or is he in the church tower?
He's in
In
the
the-
church.
pulling up.
Yeah, he's
Looking
watching
out
that north.
That north, yeah.
Here we go. We've got a bit of a distraction from Blums. Oh, let's see this man.
Oh, yeah, got shot. Got shot back in the neck.
I'm gonna stop calling people out. They keep dying when I do.
The
Yeah.
commentator's curse.
That is called the Caster Curse. Kills a lot of people, and you feel bad.
ICF again in the north.
They must have a garrison at the edge of the map. The ICF guys.
What, up in the north on Hospice?
Hospice?
And perhaps not looking at the troops there, but they certainly have something to keep them locked in there.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot of ICF for Hospice. Like a lot.
They got to control that point to stop them getting any leverage. Church is having a little party in again.
Syndicate have made progress south.
There was an 80 guy inside of the church. If there was a satchel from that 80 guy, could be a church cleared. But usually when you take 80, you want to have the rockets.
Yeah.
So usually unlikely. Can be surprised or happily surprised to see that cheeky satchel was put. But,
It's just flowing backwards and forwards now. Syndicate making a push in the north.
Athens and
tigers.
Sempu facing off a few.
Tiger
Outnumbered.
going forward. Tiger going forward towards the crossroad. Supported by just a single squad of Syndicate, but
Yeah.
the scrap is going inside of the checkpoint, so
Where's that
some folk can
76? There he is.
put on the side.
And
First hit. They need to back off.
Yeah.
Tiger will win. No. Oh god.
Oh!
Maybe that first round was a ricochet or a turret hit them.
Either turret or either tracks, but yeah,
Here comes the second tiger.
Ah,
that's gonna be very dangerous.
that's. Is there another 76 on the point there? Hiding?
That's a Lux there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So they know it's safe.
There's one tank alive,
Oh, they know. They know they need to.
and the Lux
Oh, this is
Lux
good.
is baiting. The Lux is baiting.
Oh. Ah, they should have eyes on each other now. Lux is
They
dead.
killed the Lux. Yeah,
it seals
they
the
took
fate.
opportunity.
In we
Good
go.
play there.
Win half capped and contested.
It cost them a tiger and a Lux, but it made
Yeah.
they've got that tiger to play with now.
It's
And
tiger
they
in
have
the
a
north.
squad right at the entry door of the church.
Yeah, bullying their way in.
Baker squad again.
again. It looks like ICF is stripping their line a little bit from the south. But with that much weight in there, if they hold that church, if they hold their doors, and ICF don't, look at all their squad leaders. Is that 6 squad leaders there reacting?
Yes. It's a panic.
Well, 3 courses capped. Here
Panic,
comes an
and
airhead.
Yes, and all
Just to
those people,
reinforce.
and all those people that were to the north of our space are not here right now. They're trying to respawn, but it might be too late.
They got a tiger in the hard cap and control of the church. Like the church is, I don't think any of them have done. Never mind.
They might not. Syndicate might not be able to hold after the cap, but it's gonna reset every garrison and OPs.
Yeah, with that tiger in play.
Oh! It's been stopped. It's not
Reinforced,
capped.
perhaps.
The last second, but it's going back. Yeah.
Recon.
in the back.
Squad spawn.
Oh, there we have the cap.
That's a syndicate.
That's a cap.
And a nice play with the armor.
Oh, here we go.
And at the very moment that is happening, the full squad is going towards there, and also I saw Tango going directly for the cemetery. So they're definitely trying to take advantage of the potential momentum.
They've got ground to cover, but
ICF not back in the sector except for Banana Dog.
Possibly awaiting. ICF is probably awaiting for a garrison spawn.
There we go. Yeah.
One guy.
Well,
a bit different to the first time.
That might be bad.
it might be.
It's if they can get a foothold in, but they're still, it's very important for ICF to, keep the foothold they have, because they are still held in there in the north and on the front line.
Is the ICF artillery doing
It's the start of the pressure.
massacre on the front? And that guy is dead.
But
Oh, there's a tank.
yeah, the Greyhound.
Greyhound. It's only a Greyhound. but
Steve
the
could
Greyhound-
deal with it on his way up.
Yeah. Just want to keep an eye on the mid here.
TF put it in back, but Bloom's squad is still alive.
And Steve did deal with the Greyhound. This could be dangerous for
Very
ICF.
nice, Steve.
If Steve can have sight on that OP or garrison, that could be very bad.
Is the airhead still up?
And go Fuzzmaster coming as well. The airhead is still up there.
Up.
Okay. Got too much to think about. Might load an airhead, but we are seeing some pressure now.
Yeah.
And they got a hook round as well. Is that a garrison kill with a rocket there? Because is it behind the hedge?
I used to build it in the building.
Just on the right, by the water, essentially.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so a decent enough response. Well, yeah.
Quite
Well,
late, but the response is there.
What did they get in terms of OPs? Well, Original and Tango.
Yeah, Tango that have been running through the cemetery. Probably trying now to give information from his position.
I gotta try and clear that recon player out from the building. There's another wave.
Banana Dog that is probably smelling that there's
Banana Dog's done a good job covering that north, coming in behind them. Yeah, Original didn't make it. And that looks like ICF getting control there, just a recon squad still threatening. Meanwhile, they've not lost this little pocket in the north either.
No. Where's their 76?
has weakened, but it's still present. Though the backside is being attacked. The backside is not safe.
Nor is that 76 from the looks of it. Oh dear.
Ah, it's about as bad as it gets.
Yes.
There's a satchel on there.
There is, halfway down the timer, look.
Ah, and he's riding it through.
To make sure that it's gonna explode. And just
STG showing how strong it is. This is not good.
and they don't know about it.
And the cat is beginning again on Maison.
Because they're putting some weight on it. And the garrison is too much down.
Did they get it?
Looks like Babylon's going for it. Baba
Yeah.
Burn. Oh, he's close enough to
He's
stop it. He'll be
blocking it.
hearing that.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll be hearing that.
He's blocking it. He's blocking it, but Stuba just got killed.
Means they're coming from
Bit of
down
panic.
here. Is this another garrison or an OP, I wonder?
Probably in the village. No, that's two. He left. They're not happy that. They're not happy.
No,
that
no, that
on the block.
garrison's locked. Where is he?
Where is he? Where's the bat? Where's the chap?
Their vision is based on movement.
That's one confused fox. Sure, he'll figure it out in a moment. I know, there we go.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, for the time he was there, you know, he's definitely made him think.
And I know where it is now. I'm assuming the artillery is busy, yeah, trying to control the mid.
Look at that, though.
Yeah.
That middle has crumbled.
It has.
ICF is.
Commander in the church.
It was so fluid until that last cap, but that last cap seems to have unsettled ICF.
Yeah, it's definitely that armor.
ICF is suffering.
They've clamped down and retaken cemetery by the looks of things.
Yeah.
But they are still taking pressure, which divides their attention. That tiger's getting rocketed in the square.
280.
Well, they're on cemetery, but they are. They're on cemetery, but they are also
Back to
on
back.
cemetery. It's not a good thing when you're on cemetery.
Yes, we have this on Maison de Creek.
Super charging. Super dying.
And here comes.
And a tiger committing to try and force that push through.
Yeah, she comes. But Tango, yeah, he's been outflanked there. Something back here for ICF could spell doom for this attack.
They are far.
They're not flagging the garrison
They are
yet.
far. Problem is that they are far. They're not in the zone, and there could be some weight that they could pull
Yeah.
on the point itself.
Yeah, Myth.
It might be too late,
Myth and Tango know that they're reacting to it very well.
and it's two squad leaders taking care of it. They can let their squads go forward.
We're halfway through the cap on
Where's the
Maison.
tiger? Are they going to commit it to the hard cap?
Just
I don't
left.
think ICF. Oh, okay. I don't think have ICF got anything to counter that really.
Not armor-wise, I don't think, down here.
Yeah, it's the panic on the
Here
ICF.
comes.
ICF.
There comes the 76.
The guys in spawn, they can maybe save it.
Surprised they haven't called Artie on that.
That's not possible.
That tiger lends a lot of strength to it though.
An automatic rifleman on the side that is trying his best to pull inside and actually kill them. Oh, that might be a oh, they all died.
Yeah.
They all died. Yeah, that's gonna be much difficult for the Syndicate to retake the ground. And as soon as his headline spawns, he gets killed. So that's probably an OP kill, and everyone spawns on the guys. And
That's
not
that
gonna take-
garrison. Yeah.
The reaction there, yeah.
Still a large spawn because you can pull a very close garrison, Syndicate garrison over there. on your
But
German.
that is ICF having to pull back a lot of stuff there.
That was only a shot on the floor. It's not dangerous. Trying to shot for the guy.
Oh, he took a round. Tiger did from something.
76 firing on the main In position for the guys and also.
Oh, there she
There
is.
she is, yeah.
So we got one there and then one towards the north at Cemetery. But they've had to pull their armour back to deal with that tiger.
Yeah.
How were the
Very
tiger twins in the square? Are they still?
Which means that Syndicate has the time to pull some defenses, maybe some mines.
That was a very good play by Syndicate, sort of archetypal how to immediately go for the next point to hit the enemy once they've capped and take advantage of it.
Initially a very strong defense from ICF though, they did bounce back, and they have done again, and that was very, very close.
Pulling some momentum, trying to make panic the enemy team.
ICF now taking control of this sector, checkpoint sector. So they have reacted and reacted well to that attack, and the front line has moved on in the town. Cemetery still in ICF hands.
Tanks trying to make some shots on the church, but the shells are not splashing anyone. There are 2 ICF squads that are currently pushing, and there's also that garrison that is known. There are some people that have respawned from the defense. One squad trying to push from the south, one squad trying to push from the cemetery, and all of the people that are on the garrison right in front of the church, about 100 meters in front. Probably Syndicate pulling some mines, because that's the exact time that you need to pull mines, when you have a bit of downtime.
Tango not giving up the checkpoint sector.
That's since his position since the entire game, it's probably quite clear that now Tango is just trying to pull some OPs and getting some informations.
ICF fronting up here.
76 coming to follow it in as well. How does the north look? Hospice?
Empty.
Very quiet.
Commander here, just
doing the odd jobs.
Yeah. ICF getting weight in the town now. They've managed to shift away from Maison, having cleared that up. Get some more weight back here.
They did push that out nicely. Are we getting a bit of a tank fight here?
Yeah, Tigers left of the church.
Is that a 76? Bombers?
Here's Syndicate bombs coming for this.
It's probably going for the garrison.
Yeah.
And it's known. Probably destroyed right now.
Oh, that 76 was going to be on the end of the bombing run. It doesn't quite hit it.
And if it hits it, it's only going to be the tracks.
Yeah.
Perhaps it has hit it, because the guy has jumped out and died.
Yes.
OPs are still alive though.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
How's the fuel counter looking for Syndicate?
Right, with their resources, ticking around the 400 mark for encouraged. Munitions are holding up, and they've almost got enough for a heavy on the next minute. So.
Tiger is being engaged.
Yeah, and the Tiger takes the 76 there on the right.
Yeah. And it's left to that other tank on the main road. Is that's a Sherman?
75.
It's a medium,
that's just a medium, yeah. I thought so, with the big star on the front. Maybe the free one.
Yeah.
More pressure at Mason.
Oh, it's contested again, yeah.
Tango trying to pull some weights.
Yeah, looks like they've retaken checkpoint, Syndicate.
The real checkpoint. Which doesn't look like a checkpoint, but is a checkpoint.
That ICF attack not looking so good now.
It's contested.
We got Super Stumper, traditional recon, out in the back lanes out there looking for a garrison, trying to scout it out. Surely they know where the ICF's garrison position is.
I believe it's not
Even
moved.
blocking it.
But
even been blocking it, so yes.
it could be at what point are they going to call artillery? Once you know you've wiped their OPs, you just call RT on that garrison and there's nothing they can do about it unless the commander uses disable garrison.
Oh, and he's dying.
That'll force a redeploy.
That garrison might not be
Going for
alive
it.
for too long. Oh, spawn. By one, but it's still
Out timer.
someone, assault guy.
Does he have a satchel?
Does he have a satchel? Oh, aye.
Yeah. So is that the
could be.
Syndicate? Yeah.
Could be either, really, that. Syndicate.
Yeah.
It is.
And the smoke. Here come ICF. There they are, reacting from their next carry across.
Yeah, they got one to the north and one to the south.
Stupor that is going probably for the left.
Oh, we've seen
garrison.
that ice stop them.
Yeah, I think they
Now
moved to smoke, hoping they could get it, but
Yeah, may not have been the choice.
the front line has very much shifted down further towards Maison than Saint Mary Glee now.
Yeah, they have.
Syndicate now has a corridor.
Yeah.
That's,
Still
Oh, we've seen something come somewhere.
bandits in the
As,
back line, yeah.
defense lines using the town, but ICF has some weight towards the north.
It's very disconnected from the rest of their line, though.
Yeah, the Syndicate see
How
it
many
both
tigers
flanks.
can we see? One in the church, is there?
Behind it,
Yeah.
yeah.
One in the south, committing to Mason to give it a bit
Yeah.
of a bite, and then one more coming up from the back lanes, I believe.
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go.
Looks like it's committing towards Mason as well.
They could do the same. Push.
Yeah, they are in good control. I mean, even two tigers, it's just about keeping the ICF armour from reinforcing that town.
The 76 has stayed alive a long time here. Just rolling backwards and forwards.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's another one to the south.
There it comes.
Yeah,
Steaming into checkpoint.
yeah. Don't spare the horses. It's like counter arties hitting the Syndicate push down the river. And both teams lobbing shells.
Yeah.
That's 30 minutes left of play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a fierce hour.
Yeah.
I still think this could go either way.
Syndicate cap, ICF recap, and Syndicate recap.
Very balanced in the early game, but Syndicate have pushed
Good
forward.
scrap.
I wouldn't completely discount a comeback from ICF at this point. They've done very well controlling the front line.
It's all very simple from up here, but down on the ground, it's still, every little, this has got to be worrying Syndicate a little bit, just for the amount of bandits.
Only one flag on the Gary there. They might
But
not
good
know.
control.
They might
good
not know how
control,
serious
good
this is, though.
Yeah, they're creating a scrap, but this is a scrap. This is not going forward towards the church.
It looks like there's a few guys that are just facing off against each other. Down at Viking and Spitz. Oh, they both. What's going on down there? Oh,
It's redeployed.
Yeah.
Did he place a satchel?
Possibly.
We won't be able to see it on the overlay if it's an allied one, so could be there.
nice MG in the church. Very nice position to lay some fire on.
Yeah.
But you are
Instantly
vulnerable
dies.
from everywhere. Jesus.
Instantly dies.
Done well there, though. Syndicate have completely snuffed the north. They've limited them now to this one OP on this pocket.
Yeah. But they have a squad inside of that back checkpoint.
Yeah. This checkpoint itself still contested. ICF with a good front line here on
This is where we see an armoured play come from Syndicate soon. I think down in the south to try and push that advantage. They know where their garrisons are at this point.
Tiger and the 76 here might be able to see each other.
They know about the Tiger. Yeah, one hit in on the Tiger.
Oh, and there he goes.
Where's the second one? Is she still en route?
In the back. Can she see something from here?
Maybe watching that God House building.
We're not tankers, we'll never know the minds of the creatures.
I'm not a tanker in any way, so it's a great mystery to me. I'm an infantryman and Syndicate have done well with infantry here. Although ICF holding in the north.
Yeah, a couple of isolated pockets of resistance really. Got another recon plane coming in from one team. It's like ICF trying to get flares. This is so powerful, in that one picture, in that one little bit of the map then.
Yeah.
You've got, both uses. You've got offensive use to find out what's actually committed to defense, and then defensively trying to work out how bad the pockets of infantry are in the back line. Bomber?
Yeah.
No. Supply.
Precision.
Oh, precision strike.
Oh, a hit. So that's 2 Tigers they've lost recently. They've still got one more though, just chilling, and one more in the back lane. So what was that, like 4?
I've lost count.
Yes. 4. Yes, 4, because the one that got killed by AT gun, the one that got killed by the precision strike we just saw, one in the back of the church that is chilling, and the one that was already waiting for maybe a shot on a god building away. So yeah, there was actually 4 Tigers, yes. And there's gonna be a third one because they're not gonna stop there.
No, I imagine fuel's looking kind of okay with 25 minutes left. We see. We got no. Yeah. So another Tiger coming out soon. That could have even been it at the bottom, actually.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you reckon, they're going to send it to Mason and make a push there, or just hold in for 25 minutes on some there?
This is the choice, isn't it? If the Tigers can keep putting pressure down at Mason, it'll force the enemy armor to commit to the defense, which will it'll just stagnate the push. And with 25 minutes left, or like you say, they rally them at the church, but they can't particularly do too much at the church, especially why infantry have got quite a solid cordon around it.
Oh dear.
Central?
And I don't know if they know about it. No.
Well, that's gonna be that's if it continues like
Yeah, it's twigged.
On the back.
they know, they heard it.
Just got to kill them
On the shotgun.
Too late.
Yeah.
Tank is fucked.
Yeah, I think that's a goodbye, that tank.
Well, that's a 3rd Tiger that explodes in less than 2 or 3 minutes.
That's gotta make ICF think. But look at that, control of the front door of the church, just unquestionably Syndicate at the moment. North part of the town is under control. It's.
Yeah, we've got these separated attacks.
It's the thing about this point. Once one team takes the town, there's quite a lot of openings, quite a lot of open field to try and make their way through. It looks like ICF has, protected their front door.
They've got checkpoint. Yeah, it's just a case of rolling up this road now.
Something that is a bit difficult to see, but the flare war is still being there, but I feel it was not as How can I say that?
Intense.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just, they're throwing them around because they're just so important. They do give a real indication, a real cheap indication of how the fight is progressing either way. We got a couple of stragglers behind the line, but
not squad leaders.
No squad leaders.
Well, they've got 20 minutes to make a push. 20 minutes is enough time to do a line hell let loose. Oh, and that's a rocket taking out that, which was the 75, was it? Yeah.
75, yeah.
It's not a good sign seeing 75s on the field. Lack of fuel. As long as Syndicate can control the alleyways in the main thoroughfares, they'll not be able to get any armour through.
North side's looking a little bit dangerous.
Nothing of a little bit of artillery can fix.
It can be quite spread out though, especially with the urban environment. It's very difficult to get the shells to go exactly where you want, I imagine. Lots of little gardens and buildings to hit and stuff.
An ICF tank. 2 ICF tanks, is that 76 and a 75 there? And well, 20 minutes just over to go.
And the cemetery is not US.
Right. Syndicate doing well to push there.
Usually when you're in front of something like this, when you control the church as US, you are usually not already in a good situation. They don't have a control of the church. They don't have a control of the cemetery. That's even worse.
Just keeping them away from the front door.
Yeah. Have no one knock on the church.
That tiger's just sat there defending that church since.
Doing his bit, doing his job, holding the line in.
Once again, Toolcat has got behind.
Wait, there's a toolcat and a tool fox.
There's a couple of tools. Slipping by though.
It's gonna be spotted by a garrison soon, but yeah, that's an OP right there.
He's taking the
Yeah, look, so we're gonna see. You see this reaction. You got the boss coming as well as Tyler, kind of zeroing in on the area, as well as Original kind of turning round.
So he dropped his OP in.
Oh, the tools have got in.
Tools.
Got a few in.
Toolcat, tool fox, tool lotter. Like maybe an otter.
I hope that's T squad on the Allied side.
Oof, executed.
Meanwhile, checking the cemetery, flicking back. They've got to believe still. ICF. Anything can happen.
At this point, yeah. Depends on that armour commitment from either team. Did we ever see the Tigers commit to Mason?
No, I don't think we did. The whole checkpoint sector's been too red for the time. It's now 2 tanks, 2 Axis tanks on the hardcap, joined there by AP4.
Cute little thing to draw some bait.
And in the north now, CS.
Yeah, that's a Tiger and a Panzer 4, and on the other side we have a 76 and a 75. That could be weird, but kind of nice tank fight if they would engage at the same time.
did look very good for Syndicate at one point with those 4 tanks, but with the amount that have died now, you know, it's... They still do have armour committed to the south. All the way down there where they got Luke's and another heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're scraping a bit the barrel.
No, they are just hiding down behind that hedgerow.
Well, when they set out on their journey, it was in Syndicate hands, but
Yeah.
It's not a panic, it's not an agony, but it doesn't. It's not the most stable thing ever.
But at what point as commander do you just double down and say, let's go for the 3-2?
well,
Oh, that fight on the garrison.
each to their own. But I'd have made that call. Depending on armour, you know, if armour think that they can force a wedge through, but I think that time has passed now. But they still need to keep pushing out. They can't afford for ICF to get too much of a foothold anywhere.
This is dangerous.
Yes, he's being attacked by Old Yank that just died.
The garrison there, yeah, he didn't get it, but...
But they know.
They're isolating, causing problems, pulling men from the fight.
Tall Cat. Tall Fox with the assault kit. That could do some damage. And the Otter. Fox dies. And the Otter kills. And the garrison to the top of the SYN garrison to the north of the church is still alive. ICF is gonna regret that.
Cemetery is still being fought over.
Yeah, Tall Cat is being is being slippery.
Yeah.
Sneaky as a cat, literally.
A mine.
Oh, the 9! Horrible but delicious. Those mines. Oh,
OP's probably still up.
the military is still not in control of ICF.
They need that. They need that to work along with this.
Yeah, they're going forward and they're trying to backstab, but they're suffering all the way through it. And they have a bit more than 13 minutes to do something out of it.
Syndicate have controlled their back lines pretty well all game. Managed to flush out these threats.
Those terrifying MGs that we can hear on the top of the church.
Yeah, it's 2 of them. Raining fire on these guys.
Yeah, even if you kill one, the other one will get you. And they can just respawn. Old Young?
Oh, there's a cap coming on Maison.
Indeed.
That is...
yeah, right in the middle of it.
Where's the Lukes? Because we got a 76 backing up on the road near Cemetery, but they had a Lukes and a Tiger down there, didn't they? Where have they? Problematic. We got the Panzer IV pushing into Cemetery, trying to create a bit of room. Black shot coming for it there. Black shoot.
Mason's still ticking.
That's
Bad timing. Bad timing for ICF.
That's gonna be a tank kill. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Panzer IV in the medium, just facing off.
Gone.
Tall Cat still in. Yeah.
Tall Cat being that could be very decisive. Because the panic of a full squad inside of your main cap is definitely something that you don't want. And he's going for it. Yeah, he's getting down.
Well, they know where the Tiger is now.
Yeah.
We've got another precision with 4 minutes. ICF have
Tyler.
4 minutes left on the clock. They'll have precision strike. So.
Water truck finishes it. It's a lot of 1x1s in common, in the back common, doing the backstab on the backstab, trying to find that OP. flare.
Like Christmas.
They know. Now they know. Come on.
That's an Axis flare, so yeah,
Someone
it's
just get
spotting
down.
them.
But they know now.
And look at the control there. Look at the garrison network. It's
beautiful,
yeah, set up defensively. They have really prioritised that northern side though. But I suppose as long as they keep one side, and the north is going to be the easier one to keep. The south is the one they need, but as long as they keep it contested, the armour's too hooked in for ICF.
That's the effect of the seasonal. You
What
want
was
the
that?
you want the mid cap at all costs. That's probably.
That is a 76.
Oh,
Wow.
AT gun position,
possibly.
I think, from Syndicate. Or it could be look just on the edge, but they could be that. It could be that 76. That Tiger. We've got 2 more Tigers coming up.
Wait,
Looks like they're
no.
both going to be heading to town.
It could be that Panzerphone on cemetery.
Yeah, it
Could have been.
yeah.
Could have been a side shot.
Potentially. I don't know the angles on that one.
Recheck that 76 for a second.
Wait, where was it?
the point.
Behind.
Where their
behind
commander is.
Oh, yeah,
Bien
yeah,
maison.
yeah.
Look towards cemetery. Ah,
Mm.
that could have been a Panzerphone kill on the
Mhm.
76.
Mhm.
That looks very likely. Yes.
They still have a 76 in at what's it called? At cemetery though. You can
But
see
it's
the
a
tank
big
guys.
blow. Got
Yeah,
less than
Panzer
10
forward,
minutes
it-
now to start capping ICF if they want to win. Yeah,
It's
baby
gonna be
burn.
difficult because that's a solo tank Scott. Ooh.
Finally dealt with.
I cast a cursed.
No, Tool Squad's still there. Immune from the caster curse.
Yeah, but I think that's gone. I think Toolcat OP is gone.
Yeah,
Command is right on the position of the previous OP, so Fox is alive, and Hello Young is alive. But these are probably the last life they have inside of that high cap.
neither of them have satchels either, so...
Mm. Yeah, that's an MG and an automatic rifleman.
That's a 76 firing into the church.
ICF is organizing and try to search for it.
And this is it, you see on the right here.
Yeah.
Too much open ground for them to make that play though.
They've got to try something.
Oh.
Yeah.
With those
Looks like they are committing that 76.
those 2 guys, Athens and
Double.
Headline, that are covering the middle of the field, that are doing a lot of work.
That's Syndicate artillery.
Double 76. Yeah. They know the time's soon. They've got to go.
There's the Tiger.
Yeah. She's outnumbered for now.
Speaking.
Oh. They see each other. No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, side shot.
Oh, getting
Side
shot from the side.
AT gun that.
No,
No?
it's Tiger.
Tiger that made its way up. Oh, that's
That's
doom.
dear. Yeah,
that's
one down.
doom.
The tiger is gonna die.
No,
If it fires quickly.
I don't think they know. Or they don't have eyes.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't have
that's
good
bad.
enough eyes. Got Myth testing that
That-
driver.
Yeah, that driver defense. Even firing on it, I think.
If he can get a smoke on it. 76 move. Flare. Nice, they know exactly where it is. That might make the Tiger push in the town. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the church.
That tiger
Stuka.
making free the 76.
Stuka's gonna miss.
Stuka.
There's-
And she's out of dodge.
Almost killed Myth.
I would have got her though.
yeah.
I think.
Almost? Debatable.
Well, Tiger's currently being
Gonna get swamped.
swamped, yeah. Did Hollyang get anything on?
ICF trying to push as much as possible. 6 minutes left to do anything.
I don't see a satchel on that Tiger. She's good. Syndicate's tank play has been outstanding today, I say.
Yeah, they've done a good job.
Yeah.
They have also lost a few tanks though in quick succession. Still managed to keep the what looks like to us anyway. Keep the armor advanced.
No, indeed was a satchel on that tank. Again, commentator.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It's inevitable when there's that amount of infantry round armor that someone's going to get something on.
But even if that's a tank kill, they have to cross and gain the control of the village, then go inside of St. Meglis, which is already defended. So
Was that a tiger on the south of the map?
No, it's
No, it's Puma.
bait.
Oh, and they got a tiger on the church still, and then
Yep.
a tiger on its way up.
I'm just looking.
Yeah.
I don't see any big behind here really from ICF, so it's going to be the frontal push or nothing.
and the frontal push smells bad.
And there goes. No, we missed that, but I think the Tiger
Something.
maybe got that 76 behind the islands there.
I thought the 76
Yes,
ran, but it looks like it recommitted.
Yeah,
Look at those flares, man, just popping.
yeah.
Yeah, but in the middle of... Oh, yeah, that's actually...
It doesn't
so
matter
good.
because of the range of it, does it? Especially when their armor's hiding behind a little island, you know, it's...
That's going to be a feast
And for the cost of it as well, like, if, you know, especially with the Germans having explosive ammo on riflemen, it makes flares a lot easier, doesn't it, so...
That's going to be a feast for the artillery.
Greyhound.
Because
That's
this exactly the flare was exactly on 2 spawns, so they exactly know where it is.
artillery raided now.
Yeah, and that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's it. I don't see ICF coming back, especially with that tank push being blunted so quickly by that sneaky one. You know, they've got a lot of armor and they are making a good push for it though. Or what they got, 3.5 minutes to get pressure on.
Happened, but yeah, Syndicate have done so well since that last retake of San Mariglu.
They really controlled it once they took it. It's very good play, you know, and that was at the cost of a tiger. You know, they managed to force it through.
Their last hope to the south being destroyed. Because they have a Robo, they have Whites, they have Grave, they have Original K that are currently pushing directly towards that OP that is on the side. That's a full spawn. That OP is probably dead.
That's an airhead. There we go.
It is.
5 minutes left. It's called the airhead on the church.
Okay.
Security ahead.
Got reinforced available still.
Yeah. It seems that that South OP got destroyed. So no true pull.
They're in total control.
Yeah. They need to pierce, and right now, oh, it's over.
US precision strike should be off cooldown soon, but it's so well put back behind the infantry, they're not going to be able to have good eyes on it.
That tank there, as
Yeah,
the cap
yeah.
just controlled it.
He's holding it, but bombing run. You can't discount what the infantry's done.
That is
Oh no,
allied.
precision. And bomber.
Precision is there, and then the bombs
Got
are
something?
north south here.
Yeah, they're
Might
holding
be, yeah.
everything. But this is not where the bombing run needed to be.
What's that tiger?
Yeah, the bombing run needed to be a
Did they
bit
just lose
more
that other
close to
tiger
the-
from the bombing run? In the
No,
hard cap?
precision. No, oh.
No, in the hard cap.
No.
Blew up, probably repair station then.
The repair station.
What's Joe's there?
As always.
That was a strafing run.
Yes.
throwing everything in now, the ICF commander, but unfortunately it's too little too late. Very well
We
played.
run a bit, the bombing run 50 meters a bit more towards the cemetery would have done wonders. You know, I've opened a
Easy
possible
from the
way.
air though.
But easy from the air indeed.
Yeah. Look at this lock.
But-
Yeah, this control.
Yeah,
for
just
Syndicate.
completely under control. You know, there's the odd few might get through, but there's no way that ICF can put enough pressure on now to win the game, unfortunately.
Very good performance from both teams.
Very good outing. You know, they didn't lose Mason, which is a credit considering the amount of hard cap pressure Syndicate had on at one point.
Yeah, they've managed to keep that front line going pretty much the whole game. Both sides.
Very well.
Yeah.
Very well done. Very well controlled. Definitely a good first outing for both teams, I'd say. But, are we right in saying that this is the last we'll see of ICF, or is there?
I'm not 100%
It's,
sure, but I believe the losers of this lower playing bracket are eliminated.
Okay.
They might have a second game or something like that, but it's difficult. And it's official. SYN takes it out.
Yeah.
Good
3-2.
fight. 3-2.
3-2 on Sainte-Mère-Église.
This is where
On
you
the
see
Sainte-Mère-Église point.
Syndicate donning the flamethrowers soon, I'm sure.
Was difficult for both sides.
Yeah, definite meat grind for both teams. Bombing run coming in. Might
That's
see
just-
some friendly fire.
Yeah, that's just the bombing
Oh.
run victory.
Unlucky with the tank there, misses it. And Myth is bombed by his own.
Yeah, bombing run
Brilliant finish there.
bombing run of victory.
I mean, if it was a little bit more, to the south, it'd have been a stunner. Look at that, just surging forwards.
Yeah. Well played, Syndicate.
Armor's dead. Yeah, very well done to
Very good,
Syndicate.
deserved win.
And ICF,
Yeah.
very good. Very good to keep hooked in there, and especially, get the initial cap.
That tank kill right behind the church when ICF still had the control of Sainte-Mère-Église is definitely the turning point of the game.
Yeah. Yep, that last cap on the mid just did it. Just drove that sword straight into Maison straight afterwards. It forced ICF all the way back here. And they'd never really managed to get a foothold in the town since, unfortunately. But they played very well to keep their front line going across the diagonal. And that's it. 3-2 to Syndicate. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. Just stay and have a little look at the scores afterwards.
Just a pile of corpse. Just a pile of corpse on Syndicate at the end. Just so many people have died.
Yeah.
They're just not respawning anymore.
There we have it. 3-2 to Syndicate. Let's see the scores here for Syndicate. High scores there. And
Respectable arty score there from Heir Apparent.
oh yeah.
Very nice. Look at those. You definitely got some good players there. Tank squad's doing quite well as well.
Yeah. Well, that's it from us. Thank you for joining us. And Syndicate take this one 3-2.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Toodles.
Well, that's it.